Good morning, everybody. It is Monday. It is May 29th.
I'm so happy to be here with you all this morning.
Glad you're here as well this morning.
It was a relaxing weekend. I saw you were watching some races.
I was, yes, watching Formula One and the Indy 500 yesterday, as was Mike Osterhage. We were just chatting about the wild end to the Indy 500.
Yes, and I always love all the pomp and circumstance, I should say, leading up to the start of the Indy 500 and everything. But yeah, it was great then throughout the afternoon. Really pleasant. Clouds kept temperatures down. That's going to be the situation again today. If you have outdoor plans today, don't change them. But I'll explain in a second. Yeah, we do have some clouds starting off this morning, and temperatures are in the 60s and 70s. Normal low this time of year now is 70 degrees. We are right there in the ballpark. The humidity is... It's not bad, mid 60s on average for dew point temperatures, so it's not as though it pushes back when you step outside, but there's some, and we'll have some throughout the day, as you would expect for the end of May. There are a couple of showers and thunderstorms, as you see, way out there to the northwest. They are not heading in our direction, but there is some energy that's going to be kind of moving on in here, sort of left over from some of those, and that is going to help to touch off a few more showers and thunderstorms around the area later on this afternoon. Also, as you can see, there's a couple of them there just up around Austin, Round Rock area, a couple of showers. There may be a shower in and around the I-35 corridor this morning. Just a very small chance for that, but a slightly better chance, about a 40% shot at seeing some rain later on today. Mold is moderate. Pine, grass, pigweed are all low. And throughout the rest of today, spotty hit or miss storms are possible. Don't cancel outdoor plans. Just be ready to bop inside real quick if one of those showers or storms does pop up. Could have a brief heavy downpour. Again, most of us aren't going to be seeing rain, and below average temperatures once again. Will that trend continue throughout the rest of the week? Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Tiff, Mark.
Mike, thank you very much. This morning, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is suspended from office over allegations of misconduct that include bribery and abuse of office.
The Texas House voted overwhelmingly this weekend to impeach the Texas Attorney General. Max Massey joins us live from downtown. Now, Max, was this impeachment surprising?
Good morning, guys. Well, Tiff, you and I discussed this really on Saturday before the vote. It was surprising in some ways, but not surprising in others. The final tally, 121 yeas, 23 nays. And honestly, guys, the big surprising part to me was all of the representatives who came out in the aftermath justifying their decision. So take a look at some of the video from this weekend's vote. You know, this really has been years in the making, that investigation, starting off before he was even reelected. But just the last few days really seemed like the process happened in a very short time. Now, it came just 2 days after an investigative committee unveiled the articles of impeachment. Impeachment, if you want to look at the numbers, supported by 60 Republicans, and that includes the Speaker, Dade Phelan, and this was really interesting to me, all 5 of the representatives from Collin County. You might ask, why is Collin County important? Well, that's where the Attorney General, Ken Paxton, and his wife have lived for decades. All 23 votes in opposition of the impeachment came from Republicans. Now, just few attorney generals have been as prominent as Ken Paxton. As you probably know, he's made a career of suing both the Obama and Biden administrations. He's also one of Trump's closest allies here in Texas, and along with Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, Paxton unsuccessfully sued to challenge the 2020 presidential election results in 4 states. In fact, the former president, Donald Trump, taking to social media just hours before this impeachment process unfolded on Saturday. And a lot of people are asking this morning, what comes next? Well, after it went through the House, and Paxton is currently serving his suspension, now goes to the Senate. In the Senate, you need 2/3 of the Texas Senate to permanently remove Ken Paxton from his position. And one of the most interesting parts is his wife, who is a Texas state senator. So, guys, we do expect this story to continue over the next few weeks. And obviously, we're going to stay on top of it like we have since this investigation unfolded. Tiff, Mark, back to you guys.
Thank you, Max. We're going to have those details on KSAT.com. And now to other new details on a 75-year-old woman who was hit and killed by a vehicle while crossing a Southside street. She has now been identified as Maria de Moraida, and the medical examiner says she died of blunt force injuries. San Antonio police say it happened around 9:15 Thursday night in the 1600 block of Pleasanton Road near Bookham Avenue and Cliff Avenue. They say the woman and a teenager were crossing the street when someone in a vehicle was headed their direction. Police say the driver didn't see the pair crossing and hit the woman in the road, and she died at the scene. The teen was not hurt. Investigators deemed the crash an accident, saying the driver pulled over to help and will not face any charges.
Now to that partial apartment building collapse in Davenport, Iowa. Residents say when it happened, it felt like an earthquake.
So far, no reports of deaths, but multiple people are unaccounted for. As ABC's Derek Dennis reports, crews were working there through the night, and there are concerns more of the building could come down.
Frickin' building just collapsed.
This morning, a shocking scene in Davenport, Iowa. The middle of an apartment building collapsing floor by floor just before 5 p.m. Sunday with residents inside.
This floor has caved in and there's a septic trap in apartment 510.
Multi-agencies responded with the sole purpose of finding people and getting them out of the building.
At least 6 stories of the 80-unit building caved in, with some apartments completely destroyed.
Fire crews were able to rescue 7 individuals on their initial response and escort more than a dozen individuals out as they were self-evacuating from the building.
Authorities say crews found a natural gas leak and water leaking from the floors as emergency crews arrived.
There was a lot of screams, a lot of cries, a lot of people saying help.
The entire thing shook. I dropped everything I was doing.
When I checked out of my door and down the hall, I saw some apartments had water coming out from under their doors. There was a lot of dust and debris.
Neighbors had reported ongoing water damage problems, bricks falling from the facade, and a long list of needed repairs.
Currently, the building owner did have permits to make exterior wall repairs that was under direction of his hired engineer.
The collapse reminiscent of a 4-story garage that pancaked in New York City in April. 1 person killed. Maintenance issues blamed for that collapse. The lingering concern in Iowa, the stability of the remaining structure and the search for any trapped, injured, or dead in the collapse.
I'm hoping they bring my dog out and that she'll come back out to me. She's my world.
It's currently unclear what caused the collapse. The city says heavier equipment and more advanced rescue crews are being called in to go through the building. Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
The details of the deal between President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy are out. The 99-page bill produced from their agreement Sunday would avoid a federal default while limiting government spending. But the 2 leaders still have to persuade Congress to pass the bill. It includes provisions to fund medical care for veterans, change work requirements for some recipients of government aid, and streamline environmental reviews for energy projects. But some conservatives are concerned that the compromise doesn't cut future deficits enough. And Democrats have been worried about proposed changes to work requirements in programs such as food stamps.
Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.